Hi everyone. I'll be taking you through my project, which is the stress detection AI. So, first of all, the problem driving this AI project is stress, of course. Naturally, we are inclined to wanting to finish doing our tasks at that given time. Interruption sort of breaks, let's say, consistency and all. So it's easy for you to get stressed during those times when you want to accomplish something, because you know that as you are working to accomplish the goal, you are you are using up your brain resources, and also, of course, that creates tiredness and becomes basically, and which can lead into stress. That is for the work related side. Of course, such a thing can be applied to the normal stress of emotions and all, because you are inclined to think about that more and more and more, deriving things, thinking, so using up your brain power, which may cause stress. The environment for this is, of course, going to be the human facial expressions, because those are the key features. It contains the key features that we're going to use in this model, which are things like redness in eyes, fatigue. Such features shall be used in this model. And to enlighten us more on the environment, we know that the human face is dynamic. It's not the same for everyone. It varies from person to person. So that environment of the human facial expression is dynamic, and it's also deterministic. We can be able to predict, especially work-related stress. We can be able to predict when the user is going to become stressed, especially most of the times when the user wants to accomplish things. I usually like using the example of programmers. Most of the time when we're working on deadlines, we want to finish the work and we end up getting stressed. Then the target agent for the AI is the mobile devices, where we can be able to monitor your facial expressions while you are working with your PC or with your mobile phone. Yeah, and of course, the mobile phone and the PC are learning agents. That's the type of agent whereby it is able to learn over time new experiences, because there are different facial expressions that users can give. So the AI should be able to learn. The AI should be able to learn what what each user shows when they're stressed. So that's the learning agent. Using feedback from the user, for example, questions such as are you stressed or something like that, we can get feedback from the user, and basically that can help us to refine the model, so that the AI is able to learn from the user's problem. So as I said earlier on, the data set is going to be the human faces, and we have these key features: redness in eyes, teary eyes, sadness, fatigue, or exhaustion. These are the common signs of stress on people. Sometimes we even have people rubbing their faces like this. It can really be evident. Yeah, so we picked out a data set from Kaggle, human faces, and with this, we can be able to gain a wide range of human expressions. We can be able to get sadness, happiness, joy, everything like that, crying, all that stuff. So we can be able to gain insight and train our model, basically, so it can be able to draw good demarcations between the different facial expressions. So moving on, we have informed and uninformed search. So now we know that informed search, there is an end goal in mind, and then based on experiences, we can be able to determine how close we are to the goal. So like, for example, let's say you came to college and you knew what you want to do in future. So basically, you already know the end goal is you want to do this. So the way you approach that goal will be different from someone who has no knowledge about what they want to do, because they'll have to first go through everything and try to understand where they're going to fall. So, of course, in the end, a person who, let's say, falls in that side of uninformed search would take up a lot of resources because they are trying to find out what it is. They have no prior knowledge. They do not know what they're going to do. But a person who knows what they're going to do can be able to specialize in what they want, and in the end, achieve their target goal in a significant amount of time with less, let's say, resources used. So for this project, there is no clear usage of search in the project, maybe within the defined algorithms, but that comes down to the neural networks in computer vision that already have their own searching algorithms. So I don't think in this project we shall need any usage for this search. Yeah. When we come to AI accountability, it's basically the affiliation of the AI functionality to a particular person or people. So, of course, we know that when something goes wrong with the AI, we do not know. I mean, it's very difficult to say who is responsible for it, because there are sometimes when the user actually feeds in wrong data and the AI gives out wrong data, garbage in, garbage out, or the functionality or algorithms that the AI uses. That's now more on the developer side. So how can to bring out AI accountability for this project? Basically, we need to make the dataset that we use transparent to the user, such can be able to know what it can detect and what it can't detect, because with that we can be able to confine our project to a certain kind of environment and not subject it to something that might not be favorable for it. And then also we can make this AI include a feedback functionality. Now that brings us back to the point of it being a learning agent, because it can be able to learn from the user whether what it recommended is what it was meant to bring out or not. So through that, we can be able to refine more of the functionality and tailor it down to the user. Yes, so that's all that I have. Thank you for listening to me.